Kevin Doran, the longtime owner of AM 1480 WLEA and 92.1 WCKR, has succumbed to chronic leukemia. Doran was first diagnosed with leukemia in 1993, though he tried to keep that quiet. Born on December 27, 1937, to Irish immigrants William and Molly Doran, Kevin grew up in Hornell. He began working at WLEA in his mid-teens. After graduating from high school and attending college at Geneseo and Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa, he came back to Hornell. He married Mary Margaret Gibbs, who survives. Kevin then worked for the Hornell Evening Tribune, then briefly as a teacher at Hornell High School. Then he came back to WLEA, this time as the owner. Early in his WLEA ownership years, Kevin was remembered from doing nonstop broadcasts during the flood of 1972. Doran covered many local stories in the area.
And now a word about Jack Lacey. Jack died yesterday just the way he'd lived, serving others.
The Yarkport Village Board is going to meet in an emergency session at 2 this afternoon.
It's 11 and a half minutes before 9. The Russians building up their arms and other people saying, let's disarm. And then the other people who look at that same situation say that it's unconscionable for us to arm when there are so many people who need help here at home. There's a big topic for you if you want to kick that around. Governor Cuomo is getting himself into some hot water with a lot of different people having accepted much aid and financial support from the state's unions. I'm talking about the state workers' unions. He now is suggesting that some of those same party loyal party people rather, get fired. So that's not going down very well. And yesterday he was met in Buffalo with demonstrators from the state university, students who are upset about the tuition hikes. And at Rochester, pickets upset about the closing of Craig. Met him at the airport there. So he's off to a rather unpopular start in many segments. Maybe you'd like to talk about Governor Cuomo. Perhaps time to kick around the idea of the new term for President Reagan. Should he run for a second term? Some of his supporters are saying yes, he's the only hope they have, and others are saying no, he should step aside for a younger man. Well, what's your view? Line is open right now. We'd like to hear from you. It's 10 minutes before 9. We'll take a little break.
In Steuben County, County Clerk Judy Hunter has made clear she does not want to give any kind of driver's license material to an illegal alien. But the legislature has said they'll back her, and they have sent a memo to Albany to that effect. Good afternoon. Here is the latest news. Tom Reed has raised $392,000 in the past 3 months for his campaign, bringing him to a total of $1.9 million in campaign money. In Allegheny County, supporters of his opponent are challenging all of Reed's petitions.
Doran covered many local stories in the area, as did those who worked for Kevin.
The state health department has decided to close Bethesda Community Hospital in North Hornell for 60 days.
Kevin Doran hosted his own show for decades. The show was originally called Sound Off.
It's 15 minutes before 9. 324-1481 is the telephone number. Like to sound off? Well, this is a program in which you can do just that. Call us with your views on the news or raise some topic that we haven't thought about. That's very often what happens on this show. Someone brings to the forefront an issue that we haven't even considered. Well, the line is open right now. Give us a call.
Time now for WLEA's opinion program, Sound Off.
And your host is Kevin Doran.
And our guest this morning is someone that many of us know very well, Gene Burns. Gene started in radio, I believe, in Hornell at what was then the radio station known as WWHG, went on to work in Bath for many years and then on to greater things, and currently is a talk show host at a very popular one in Orlando, Florida.
Well, I grew up there. I graduated 25 years ago this year from Hornell High School on the occasion of my mother's 25th anniversary. So when we come back in June for the alumni banquet, it'll be her 50th anniversary and my 25th.
Well, congratulations to both of you.
And the show was named The Newsmaker Show.
Now, time for a look behind the headlines. The WLEA Newsmaker Show. With host Kevin Doran.
Dr. Robert Heinemann is sitting right across from me on this Friday for the Heinemann appearance on the Newsmaker Show. Dr. Chris Koff, University of Colorado.
Dr. Savo Yevremovich is with us, a former resident of Yugoslavia.
Over the years, he interviewed many local figures.
We've asked Mayor Sean Hogan to be with us on today's Newsmaker.
William Holbrook, who's with us in the studio this morning, and we welcome you to our program, Judge Holbrook.
Dr. Spence Annabelle, who is, of course, an MD. We're going to be talking a little bit about the St. James situation.
He interviewed many authors.
Nina Markovna, who's written a beautiful book called Nina's Journey, a memoir of Stalin's Russia and the Second World War. Joseph Kennedy Sr., the father of the president, the senator, and that's our topic today. We have on the line with us Richard Whalen, author of The Founding Father, a book about Joseph P. Kennedy and his family.
He was remembered for his great sense of humor.
Hey, we're on sound off 13 before the hour. We had a topic there we threw out. Let's see what happens. What do you do in your house if you have a grouch in the morning? You know, we all have, those of us who have fairly large families all have variety packs in the morning. You know, you got one person who's cheerful and bubbly. They can be a problem, too. And then you have the kind who get up like bears and they just want to do battle with whoever crosses their path. Now, Steve had a solution for this problem, which is no solution at all. And I think it speaks to us of the kind of radical that I have to work with here. Steve, tell him what your solution is there for the grouch in the morning.
My solution is for the person who's the bear in the morning, take them out on the lawn and hose them down.
I think that's terrible. It speaks to me of the kind of person you are, Steve. I think most of these people out here take you as reserved and kind of laid back, easygoing type of philosophical almost. And there you are.
And I would suggest a 2-inch hose as well. You need some velocity and some strength.
Yeah.
To handle a person like that.
So they know you mean it.
That's right. You know,
Kevin Doran, born on December 27th, 1937, has succumbed to chronic leukemia.